Namaste friends, welcome to RH Chemistry. So in Comet K previous year questions number 7 equilibrium chapter I am going to discuss. So I have left equilibrium and actually environmental chemistry was there. So simple chapters like environmental chemistry, hydrogen, these chapters I am not going to discuss in these series because of short time, very less time, remember that. So I hope you can see this. See first question. Here I have considered ionic and chemical equilibrium both. By using some questions I am going to discuss those things. Fine. 1 mole of PCl5 heated in a closed vessel of 2 dm cube capacity at equilibrium 40% PCl5 is dissociated. Calculate the equilibrium constant. So remember you have to calculate the equilibrium constant in this particular case. Right. So in this case, see how to solve this. First you have to write the reaction. PCl5 give rise to PCl3 plus Cl2. Because they given that only. PCl5 is heated, remember. So hence, so initially how much you have taken? 1 mole 0 0. Right? So at equilibrium, remember at equilibrium dissociated. See these process, the same steps you have to follow whenever the question is asked like this. At equilibrium dissociated is, remember, 40% means 40% of 1 is 0.4, correct? So same amount is going to form here and here. Then, so left out concentration is, remember, 1 minus 0.4 is equal to 0.6, 0.4, 0.4 left at equilibrium it is. Left at equilibrium it is. Correct? Now remember we need to calculate the equilibrium constant. So in this particular case. So at equilibrium if you calculate, so Kc expression you have to write. Kc expression how you will write? So product concentration into CCl2 into reactant concentration PCl5. PCl5. So in the closed vessel you have given. So now you substitute PCl3 0.4, right? 0.4 divided by PCl5 is 0.6, remember. 0.4, 0.4, 0.6. So now this is equal to 4 4s are 16, correct? 4 4s are 16. 0.6 you are going to get. So divided by 60 I will write. Why I have written 60? See, 4 4s I will get. So 16, correct? 0.16. So I have written 16. So I will write 60. 16 by 60 is equal to, you are going to get as 0.266 as answer. 0.266 as answer. So this is the answer for this particular question. So here actually not 2 dm cube. Here you have to consider it as 1 dm cube only. 1 dm cube only. So 2 dm cube is there. What happens? Divided by 2, divided by 2. Divided by 2 you have to take 2 to get cancel. So this answer divided by 2. 0.133 is the answer for, if it is 2 dm cube. 1 dm cube I have taken. So 0.266 is the answer. That is the only difference here. So the answer is D. So once if you want to take the screenshot for this, see this is second question and third question I am going to discuss. See here, fourth question, fifth question, sixth question, seventh question and eighth question. See, you can take down the screenshot and you can solve that. Then you can see ninth question, 10th question, 11th and 12th question. I hope it is clear. Then 13th, 14th and 15th question. So 15th question I am going to discuss. So 13th, 14th option is like this. 14th remember. So 14th option and 15th question is here. Fine. I hope first question is clear. Like this you have to solve. It's very important point. See, just before attaining chemical equilibrium, rate of forward reaction decreases, rate of backward reaction increases. Read that very clearly. Rate of forward reaction increases, rate of backward reaction decreases. No change in the rate of forward and backward. Rate of forward and backward become equal. Remember, at equilibrium, D is the answer. But they are telling before attaining equilibrium. Just before attaining equilibrium, what is the correct answer they are asking. So just before attaining equilibrium, one thing I will tell you, A give rise to B. Correct? A is reactant, B is product. So always remember, according to law of mass action, what we will tell? So rate of the reaction directly proportional to concentration of the reactants. Remember, reactants. Right? So A to B, A is the reactant, B to A, B to B is the reactant. Correct? So as the reaction proceeds, remember, A concentration goes on decreases. If A concentration decreases, rate is also decreases. Remember, B concentration goes on increases, which means, so B to A concentration, B to A whatever the rate is, it is increases. Remember, A concentration increases, A to B when it is there, A concentration decreases. Hence, rate of this particular forward decreases. As the B is going to form in the larger amount, then definitely B to A, if you consider the reaction now, B is the reactant now, B to A for backward. So definitely B concentration is increasing means product concentration increasing means rate of backward reaction increases. So hence the correct answer for this is A. Very important, remember, just before attaining the chemical equilibrium, rate of forward reaction decreases and rate of backward reaction increases. Then in the reaction PCl3 plus Cl2 PCl5 at equilibrium Kp Kc relationship they are asking. Definitely it is Kp is equal to Kc, correct. RT to the power when I tell delta N is nothing but number of gaseous products minus gaseous reactants. Gaseous product is 1. Gaseous reactant is 1 plus 1, 2. 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Definitely the answer is A. Kp is equal to Kc into RT to the power minus 1. Then, according to Le-Chatelier's principle, maximum yield of ammonia is obtained at. See here, they have not given whether ammonia reaction is exothermic, endothermic, nothing. If they give that, you can easily tell whether temperature, pressure, condition. But why they have not given is because already we will discuss this NH3 in case of, remember, a second PUC P block element, if you remember, that is the Haber's process. There we will write the reaction as N2 plus 3H2 give rise to 2NH3. Reaction is exothermic, we will tell. Exothermic. Now once again, if you have to go through the notes, see the notes already I have given in the description box, the link is given. So CET notes, those are nothing but the synopsis remains the same and question level also almost the same for this COMED-K also. So don't worry about that, you can go through and you can read that also. This is exothermic reaction. Whenever there is an exothermic reaction is there, remember we want more yield, low temperature favorable. Exothermic reaction, low temperature favorable, and pressure, remember. So here you can see number of moles are 4 and number of moles are 2 here. So if the reactant want to be towards, remember, lesser number of moles, high pressure is required. More number of moles to move the reaction, if you want to move towards more number of moles, then remember a low pressure is needed, but lesser number of moles, high pressure is needed. Hence the answer for this question is D. So answer for this question is D. Conjugate base of H2PO4 minus 1. Always remember any substance, if you want conjugate acid, conjugate base, remember this. So if you want to conjugate here base, they are asking conjugate base, remember you have to remove 1H plus from that. If you want conjugate base, whatever the substance they will give, remove 1H plus. So conjugate acid, whatever substance they will give, add 1H plus. Very simple. Now you remove 1H plus from here, H2PO4 become HPO4, minus 1 become minus 2 because you have removed 1 proton, so minus charge increases. So the answer for this question is D. Similar question here you can see reverse it. Conjugate acid of NH2 minus is. Conjugate acid, if you want to be substance, what you have to do? 1H plus you have to add. You add 1H plus to here, plus and minus get neutralized. So the answer for this question become NH3. Like that, very important type of question. Simple question, you can easily tell the answer. Remember this part, conjugate acid and conjugate base. Then which one of the following mixture can be used to prepare buffer solution? Very simple question actually. Buffer solution is formed by, remember, buffer solution formed by first one weak acid plus its salt with strong base. SB means strong base. Or either weak base and its salt with strong acid. Only two options, or you can say third option, weak acid plus weak base mixture, like that. See, now weak acid plus salt of it's a salt with the strong base means here you can see this never possible because both are strong acid, strong base. This is not possible because this is one acid and its salt is different one. So it is not possible. Two options left. Here you can see both are salt here. K is there, Na is there. Definitely this is not the answer. Now the answer, weak acid CH3COOH and its salt with the strong base is NaOH. CH3COOH Na is going to form. So the answer for this question is A. Now an example for Lewis acid is, remember aluminum chloride, ammonia, pyridine and amine. So Lewis acid means except lone pair of electron. Except lone pair of electron. So the answer for this question should be A because aluminum forming sp2 hybridization, and in this particular case, remember, so here it is having one empty orbital. So the answer for this question is A. Ammonia, pyridine and amine is having lone pair of electron, act as a Lewis base. Remember that. Ninth question. When common salt is added to saturated solution of the soap, so soap get precipitated. This is based on the principle of. So remember common salt having NaCl, correct? NaCl give rise to Na plus plus Cl minus. The saturated solution of the soap means, remember, soap formula RCOONA. It is the long chain fatty acids of the sodium or potassium salt of long chain fatty acids. This I will write it as Na plus plus RCOO minus. Now remember, this is get precipitate. Soap get precipitate means because of this common ion effect. So this reaction become reversible and this Na will reacts with RCO minus to form RCONA. Hence the answer for this particular question is A, common ion effect. Remember that. Then 5 liters of sodium hydroxide solution of pH 12 contains. Now here we have to consider for 1 liter how much first. For 1 liter how much, then you have to go for 5 liter how much. Correct? So now what we'll do in this particular case, first we calculate concentration of NaOH in molarity. How to calculate? See, OH minus concentration is nothing but POH. Correct? So here pH is equal to 12 means POH is equal to how much? 2. Because we will use the formula pH plus POH is equal to 14. Right? So POH is equal to 2 means what is the concentration of the OH minus? Very easy, remember. In this particular case, POH is equal to 2 means, so H plus ion concentration, OH minus ion concentration become 10 to the power minus 2 molar. How? See, very simple. See, always when one thing you remember, so log of the pH of 10 to the power minus x is equal to x. Similarly, POH of 10 to the power minus y is equal to y, because you will use the formula pH is equal to minus log H plus. When you solve that, you are going to get the same. Now you reverse it. If you want H plus ion concentration of the x is nothing but 10 to the power minus x, nothing but 2 is nothing but 10 to the power minus 2m. Directly you can write. Now this is molarity. Now calculate mass. Mass is equal to, we know that molar or moles into molecular mass. Because these are the moles. Mole is equal to mass by molecular mass. So mass you want, so moles by molecular mass. So moles is equal to 10 to the power minus 2 into molecular mass of the NaOH is 40. So you are going to get the answer it as here. So 0.4. 0.4 is for what? Molarity means per liter. For 5 liter they are asking. So for 5 liter, how much it become? 5 into 0.4 is equal to 2 grams. So answer for this question is D. 2 gram. Remember this. Now, dissociation constant of the weak acid is 10 to the power minus 5. The pH of the 0.1 m solution of this acid is, see, dissociation constant is given 10 to the power minus 5. The pH of the 0.1 m solution of this acid they are asking. Correct? So in this particular case, so dissociation, it is actually not dissociation constant, it is. So degree of dissociation it should be. So because dissociation constant we will not get it in 10 to the power minus 5. So here something is wrong. Here degree of dissociation. Degree of dissociation of weak acid is equal to 10 to the power minus 5. which means alpha is equal to 10 to the power minus 5. Concentration is given, C, concentration is given. So, pH they are asking. To calculate pH, remember, we need H plus A on concentration. H plus A on concentration is equal to formula is C alpha. Remember, H plus A on concentration formula is C into alpha. So, C into alpha is equal to 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 5. You are going to get as 10 to the power minus 6. H plus is 6 means pH is equal to what? If H plus is 6, pH is equal to 10 to the power, here pH of the 10 to the power minus x, see, pH of the 10 to the power minus x is x. So 10 to the power minus x pH is equal to what? So you are going to get as 6. So the answer for this question is 6 here. Now, Ostwald's dilution law is obeyed by. See, Ostwald's dilution law, that is Ka is equal to C alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. This is mainly given for what? This is for weak acid, or remember, only for weak base. See, this is given for, importantly, mainly weak acid or either for weak base. Only for these two. So now you can see sodium oxalate is strong, ammonium oxalate is strong. Remember, in this particular case, so sodium acetate is strong. So ammonium hydroxide is weak. Hence the answer for this question is D. Ammonium hydroxide NH4OH is weak one, remember. So hence the answer for this question is D. So the answer for this is D. That is Ostwald's dilution law is used for D. Remember that. See, out of all weakest is this one. Hence the answer is this one. Remember. So answer is D. Then pKa value of acetic acid is given 4.75. pKa is given. Buffer solution contains 0.125 m acetic acid they have given and 0.25 m sodium acetate. What is the pH of the buffer? So Henderson's equation we use. pH is equal to pKa plus log of salt concentration divided by acid concentration. pKa is how much? 4.75 plus log of 0. Sodium acetate is salt 0.25 divided by 0.125. Some relationship is there, correct? So 1s and 2s. Log 2 is how much? I will write it here. Log 2 is how much? 4.75 plus 0.3010. See, which means 4.75 plus 0.3010 if you do, how much you will get? 5.05, correct? So 5.05 is the answer. 051 you will get. So the answer for this question is A. Then the highest pH is exhibited by. Highest pH is there for the base first of all. How the? So base. Hence this and this is wrong because lowest pH, these are lowest pH. Out of these two, more OH minus concentration is in which case? So B is the answer because 0.01 means you will get more pH than this one. So OH minus ion concentration is more here. Hence the answer for this question is B. Then the pH of the 0.5 molar H2SO4. So one thing you remember, H2SO4, what is the mistake we will do? I will tell you. 0.5 m what you will take directly as H plus. But remember, H2SO4 give rise to 2H plus plus SO4 2 minus. Which means here 0.5 into 2 you have to take. Because 2H plus is released. Hence 1H plus they have given 0.5 m concentration. So 0.5 into 2 you have to consider. So when you do it 0.5 into 2 you will get this is equal to 1. Right? Use the formula. So minus log of H plus is equal to pH. pH is equal to minus log of H plus minus log of 1 H plus ion concentration. Log 1 is equal to 0. Hence answer you are going to get it as 0. So answer for this question is D. So these are the 15 questions I have considered. Generally I will take 10 questions, but equilibrium chapter is important. Hence I have considered 15 questions in this particular case. I hope you understood this. If you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. No problem at all. If you have visited to my channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. So then share to your friends, those who have needed this particular thing. And also remember, so study hard for the upcoming COMEDK exam. Very less number of days are left. So don't worry about this postponement news and all. Leave those things. Only your concentration should be on studies. Thank you. Have a nice day.